because it had slipped from number 4 down to a number 1, and she'd gone all the way at the back, and then had to redo the sides.
Because you're using it. You did it with a beard trimmer like I did. Because it's the same model. We've got exactly the same one.
I don't know where the fuck I put it. Upstairs.
It's a brawn.
Yeah, the green and black.
Yeah, mine's the red, on the blue one, but it's the same thing.
It worked really well, and I'm impressed with how it turned out.
Yeah, I think she's
very handsome, Brad. 100% would bang.
Are we on? Do they know? Are we on? Are we live?
Yeah, I
said they can hear us,
the audio, which confused the shit out of me.
God, fucking hell. It's hard keeping up, Richard. He's on French beer tonight, Mr. Posho.
You bought some IPAs, Richard, didn't you? Oh, no, that was someone else. Sorry, that was another.
He's going to crack that open in a while, but right now he's on some some French artisan beer.
Oh, that stuff.
Artisanal beer from the
I
1600s.
had that once.
Oh, they're saying it sounds good. It sounds good.
I used to drink that actually in the pub.
My wife likes it.
Either that or Heineken in the pub in the old days.
A little Heine.
I can't drink a gassy beer, man. It just does my head in.
Getting old, John.
I don't care. On my 30th birthday, went home because I got too much wind. It's true. Had a few lagers like that, I get it. I've got a wind. What's going on?
I had a salad last week, so.
Yeah, you're sorted, mate.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
saw
you've eaten
that.
a
I
lot
saw
of
you.
salad lately.
It was mainly cheese.
Let's roll intro. This is mental.
Yeah.
Didn't have egg on it, did it?
No, not a salad. Good point.
Someone got the show on.
Me? No.
No.
You.
Me.
Oh, one sec. I'll just pop out of Zoom and back in again.
Are we on? Are we live?
Yeah.
Oh, we're on the show.
Oh, but someone's got it on. Someone's got it on in the background somewhere.
No.
No.
No?
Honestly, I can't hear a thing, man. And we're all going to hear the same feeds.
My computer would die if I had YouTube on as well.
Weird.
Introduce the show.
Hi
I've
everyone.
got the feed and it's black.
Yeah, it will be in a sec.
Go.
Welcome to the new Ohm Show episode 25, Pickled Rick Part 4.
You did it with such enthusiasm. That was the most least enthusiastic thing.
I'm just waiting for everyone to.
Come on, hype it up.
I'm just waiting for everyone to catch back up with Nomad. I can still hear a bit of the show. I'm telling you.
We're back.
Maybe it's me. Maybe it's me. Right, there we go. Right.
You saw it. It was you, didn't
Got
you?
it.
Not just
because
the
I've got it in
voices
too
in
many
your head.
places. I'm gonna
Okay,
close
okay,
that.
Richard, now, come on, let's go. Shake it out. You're going to do it again.
Oh,
You
it
ready?
lets me keep chat even though I haven't got the video. That's cool. Okay, welcome to the new Ohm Show, episode 25, chapter 25, Pickle Rick Part 4. We are back. We are back. It's Thursday, 9 p.m. Keep it locked up this end of the dial. We've got Rick from Modmaker back with us again this evening. A fourth time on, part 4. We've also got John from Just Add Nick and Bradley from the Real World. So yeah, it is genuinely, if Zoom holds up, it's already crashed twice, but if Zoom holds up, it's going to be a belter. It's going to be an absolute belter. We've got loads of new stuff to show off, some good news, some cheeky news. Rick's got some stuff to show us from Modmaker, exclusive brand new stuff. And we've got, right at the end, mod showcase as well. Some really nice mod showcases. It's nice to do it when...
Yeah, no, some photos.
I've got some photos, yeah.
There's some been some all right stuff going on.
I mean, some lovely
That's
stuff. People spending their lockdown time very well indeed.
I've
So
been practicing
all
my
kinds of
whistle
stuff.
just for that segment.
All kinds of good stuff. Good to see everyone in chat. Dave, Nick, Patrick, Ian, Russell, Bob. Bob's on the sauce tonight, so keep an eye on him in chat. Moderators.
TVP just showed up.
TVP's here as well.
in the
Cuz
house.
is here. Yeah, all good, all good. Reverend is in, everyone's in. It's all good, it's all good. Let's crack on. John,
Hey.
what are you vaping? What are you drinking?
I got my latest shipment in. I've got Life and Death by Vocation Breweries in, it's lovely. It's a real nice beer. 24 more of them delivered today. I'm still on the EVL V2, and in that is Crack Current. But Christopher Douglas Hain sent me a new tank for the Dvar 22. I haven't set it back up again yet, but I'll have it back up tomorrow. But he did that out of the corner of his heart. I was moaning about the price of it coming from Europe. It was more than the tank in postage. And I just said, I'm not doing that. And then he said he'd ordered 2 the week before and could send one to me. And he sent it to me. And I asked him how much it was yesterday. And he said, I don't know. And then he said it was thanks for being me. And I thought, that's nice.
It's Steam Tuners, isn't it?
It's a Steam Tuner's cap, but I tried to get it from somewhere else, and it was a ridiculous price.
Is it in? Because sometimes Steam Tuners upgrade on the original, don't they? Like add top fill or.
No. The tank was a fair price. The postage was 27.
But have
euros.
they? Is it in any way an upgrade to the authentic original?
Yeah, well, it's a full perspex tank,
Right. Yeah.
which the original's not.
Yes.
So that's all it is. And it's a lovely tank, but
So Steam Tuners don't have a UK stockist. Ah,
they do for certain items, maybe.
they're missing a trick there.
That sucked. Oh, look, Dino's in. Hello, Dino. I'm not seeing
Dino.
Dino.
Oh, blimey.
I miss Dino.
Yeah, lovely
I
fellow.
miss
Well, you get to
Dino.
see him several times a year usually, don't you? But
Yeah.
because of the
That's
old
top tier.
corona,
Yeah.
we're not seeing these people in the flesh, are we?
No. What else we got? Oh, I've got the. I think I only got 2 mods. It's right in front of me. I've got the Inakin MVP 5 with their Dvar 16 on top. I wonder if I've got that in my pocket. That was a really. I didn't know the lanyard you get with the MVP. I didn't know it was a charge cable. I'd never clicked
That's
it.
cool.
You unplug the ends out of the catch, and it's the charge cable. It's pretty cool.
So is it maybe not a lanyard? It's just a charge cable.
Right.
You can use it as a lanyard.
I didn't design it. Looks like a lanyard. It don't matter. It's on my keyring now. It's just handy. Charge the cable for the phone. Anyway, that's fucking boring, isn't it? Rick, what are you vaping? What are you drinking?
Me, I'm vaping on my usual boring stuff. The Haku Cruiser,
Nice.
Black Currant, homebrew in it on my Squonker mechanical. Oh, is that me beeping?
It's something on the USB.
It's not too intrusive.
No, it's fine.
It's just Windows wanting to do its normal.
It's Firefox
Sure,
trying to
okay.
do an upgrade. Yes, I'm vaping on that Haku Cruiser, Chris Munner's bell cap, whistle tip on top. I think that I've been vaping on this for nearly a year now. I took it on holiday, I remember, because I was going to take a mechanical away with me. And that was last summer, and I haven't stopped using that mod and actually since then.
I love those though. They're the things. There's a proper reason you did it. I like that. You know, when you take something away and you think, I'm only going to use it for this, and then it becomes the.
No, I drop it in the sea, it don't matter. I mean, I've dropped this thing in the bath the other week before coming on the show. I had a quick bath and it fell in the bath. And
It doesn't have quite the
Give it
same
a bit
effect
clean,
as dropping
you know.
the toaster in the bath.
The battery got a bit rusty actually around the contacts, but it's still all right.
Okay.
And K-Fun 2019 on the Yeehy SL class. And in that I've got Deep Rooted 64 Reserve from Tony and Wes. You know, I found...
I need to get using
Correct
this.
me if I'm wrong with this, okay? It might be the juice that I put into my tank, but I'm finding I have to clean the coils every day with a tank as opposed to maybe a week on a dripper.
Yeah, it's airflow.
It is, isn't it? Airflow, not enough, less airflow makes your coils gunk up quicker, doesn't it?
It bounces
I
off
think
the
so, yeah.
bell. It bounces off the bell and back on. It depends how big the chamber is.
I used to have to, when I used to vape on the Typhoon, or Typhoon, whatever you want to call it, the Typhoon GT, I used to change the cotton every day. I had to. But now I'm like once a week, maybe, with this.
Yeah.
I think its airflow doesn't...
A big part of it's airflow, I think.
Yeah.
I get once a week out of the Dwar 12, 16.
Yeah, same.
Oh,
Or
and
once a week
it
for
does depend
cotton.
what juice as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
It does,
Oh,
yeah.
definitely, yeah.
I've got there's vanilla in. There'll be some vanilla in this, and that's just a known coil.
Yeah, that's a fucking coil.
And I'm drinking on Brewdog Dead Pony Club.
Nice.
Nice.
Love a
That's-
dead pony.
Yeah, you gotta love a dead pony. Yeah,
When you see it on draft, oh,
I've never seen it on draft.
yeah. They used to have Sankers on draft. Yeah,
Because the only reason to go in Witherspoons is that you can get a pint of punk for like
do
three
they
quid.
sell Brewdog in Wetherspoons?
Yeah.
that's not the only reason.
What's the other reason?
If you get the app,
Oh, you can be outside. Yeah, true.
no,
You just order it to your
if you
table.
get the app, you can sit on table 12 and order beers for table 18 and look at all their confused faces
Oh,
when
yeah.
all these weird things keep arriving at the table. I have
But-
hours of fun.
But you just pay, but you're paying.
Yeah, but it's worth it.
There's nothing more fun if you sat in the airport. 'Cause I'm a toss of a drink in the airport. I just hate flying. So be sitting with Witherspoons at the airport.
I haven't
And then-
sat in Wetherspoons for over a decade. I don't think that's a youngsters place. That's where you go if you're young.
You have, because you've been to
A youngster's
Expo.
place.
Oh yeah, the only Wetherspoons, yeah, up at Birmingham, yeah.
But I would do the airport and there. But you sit in the airport and I'll have a few, and then my wife will say, "You gonna have any more?" And I go, "I don't think so, probably." And then the waiter comes over with another beer, and you go, "Oh, bloody hell, fair enough."
Wasn't there a
order 'em off your
story
phone.
around some YouTuber who went live from inside a Wetherspoons, and in the video you could see his table number, and their app crashed after his table got something like 550 orders delivered.
Yeah, it does
Where
happen.
his viewers logged in, saw his table number, logged in, and ordered and sent him beer, and sent him food, and sent him chips.
That's quite cool.
Yeah, you can do it. Like, there's absolutely no verification that you're anywhere near that place.
No, as long
or
as you
anything.
pay, they don't care, do they?
Yeah.
Well, I know we were with
so
Mick Scheuer once, and he got the wrong one at the NEC, and he sent some beers to the wrong table in Birmingham. And then the waitress came out and said, "Did you just order some beers?" And he said, "Yeah, this, and this." And she said, "Yeah, you sent them to the one in town." But don't worry about it. She did sort it out, and she went inside. And
That's
came out
pretty
with
good
it.
that they fixed that.
Yeah.
Where were we?
Yes, Richard, how have you been?
Really good.
What are you drinking? What are you vaping on?
Okay, yeah, been tremendous. I am drinking, first of all, a little French ditty, as John said before we went on.
Ooh, very old as vintage as well, 1660.
Yeah, I was worried it would be out of date.
That was a good year for beer.
It was a good year.
1664.
Yeah,
I thought that was its expiry date.
it's amazing. Yeah, it's amazing how well it keeps in the can.
Yeah.
So there's that. After that, though, after the warm up, I'm gonna have a big one of these.
A sour from them.
It's a DDH IPA.
Ooh, double dry hopped.
Yeah,
Nice.
It's
We left that one last week.
clairvoyance from.
What's that coming out
Magic
as? What's the volume on that?
What's the
Oh, you have to
toxicity
look on the
percentage?
side. Hang on. 7.2.
Yes, a good
That's
one.
going to taste so strong. Although Cronenberg's got a bit of strength to it, hasn't it?
Well, sometimes you can get. I had one the other week, a double dry hops from somewhere, 7%, and the first sip, you know when you go, "Oh, that's dangerous."
You climatise quickly, yeah.
Get used to it,
Yeah.
yeah.
that is ended up
That's the sign of
naked in the
of
street.
a good IPA. If you can neck something over 7% and it doesn't taste that
Yeah,
too strong.
when they get the balance just right, you know.
Or even better for me, I prefer a weaker IPA that tastes really strong.
They're dear, though, these bigger cans.
They are.
That's a big can, yeah.
And they got a charge per unit as well now.
It's like
So
pub prices. It's only that
Yeah.
much bigger. And it's like
that
it's like what you
life-
paid for a pint like 5 years ago.
you get 10% off vocation if you spend over X amount. So that costs £1.80 for a 6.5 volume can, which is not bad at all.
Yeah.
Today we're sponsored by Vocation Breweries. Get over there
they're
right now.
great. They are great. Check them out. Vaping on, obviously, Voodoo Brew.
Oh yeah, did you get your
Yes, I did, mate.
bottle came through?
Yeah, I'm about to crack into that because this is what I had left of the old batch. So I'm about to crack into that. That's on. Oh, I managed to remember to change the Dead Rabbit cap. Looks a bit nicer now. Not bright red.
The black looks much better than the red.
So that is on the Proton. So that's great. That's the main thing. But also vaping on the cog still. The cog on the old radio.
Are you still liking it?
There's something about it that just... Because I'm not a super tight... In a review, I'll always say if it's a proper mouth to lung or not. But in actual reality, I don't need it to be a super tight mouth to lung to enjoy it. But obviously I make people aware of it, but it actually isn't a problem for me. There's something about the vape. It's a sweet spot for me, and I think it looks good too. So it seems to be sticking around. I mean, I'm enjoying using it. So there's that, and then there's the Aries 2. The Aries 2, which is next. That's Saturday's video. Will be the Aries 2. If you're wondering where my Berserker V2 video went, I've been asked to hide it by Vandy Vape. Slightly jumped the gun on that. Apparently, it's not for release till the 14th or something like that.
Okay.
So
you're under embargo.
Yeah, but you only are if you know about it. So after it being up for 3 days, Vandy Vape rang me from Sweden at about 7 in the morning to tell me to pop it off, which is fine. It'll suddenly reappear. That's on the 13th or 14th. So that's where that's disappeared to. If you really want to watch it, send me
Was
PM.
it just you, or was it a whole bunch of people that had to do that too?
The thing is that because I've got this weird relationship with them all, where I don't talk to them.
That is a weird relationship. I've got.
They just send. They know to just send me stuff and not tell me about it, because there's a chance it'll get a video then. If they contact me, I ain't getting back to them, so it won't happen. But as a result of that, I haven't actually spoke to anyone from Vandy Vape for like 12 months. So whereas everyone else had this email saying not till the 14th, don't forget about this and this, and blah blah blah, I never get any of that stuff anymore, so I didn't know. So it's kind of their fault. They could have just put a slip in the box saying, I don't know, but it's kind of their fault. But I'm happy to oblige. It's not a problem. So that's a thing. And then actually, I'm also vaping on a couple of things that we'll chat about later. The Freemax Auto Vape 50 and the GTX1 from Vaporesso. This one might be of interest to several group members, and I'll explain more later. But so actually vaping on them on the slight as well. But that's... Oh no, who's not gone? Someone's not gone.
So Brad.
What are you drinking? What are you vaping? With your lovely t-shirt. Great to see everyone in the t-shirts, by the way.
I haven't got mine yet.
Oh,
that's the only reason I'm not wearing it.
Maybe you were the one person. Maybe you were the one person.
I don't know. I don't want to banter.
I love these shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to have to get one of those off of him, I think.
I have just smelt myself, and the shirt could probably do with a wash.
Oh, as you mentioned that, Rick, we'll just say that if anyone did miss out, like the cup, we will be adding it to the bottom of the video, so you can click and buy one from the bottom of the video, just like the cup.
I might have to get
cups. I've had a major heartbreak in my life. You just mentioned cups.
Oh no!
Oh, I'm on my second one. I can't really say.
This is my second one. I've broken the two now.
Were you using it as a cup?
Yeah.
That's the mistake
My
you
work
made.
cup and a home mug as well.
That's the mistake. If it's precious, it has to become an ornament.
I'm not throwing it out. I'll use it as a pen holder or something.
Yeah.
That's what I do. In my Vaping Biker mug, I keep my goon tips.
You've got enough goon tips in there, Dad.
And in my Ohm Show mug, I keep like the coil jigs and screwdrivers, and but they're less likely to break. And for some reason, this has ended up on my desk. It's a Magic Rock glass. Look how vapey it's got.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
that could do with a wash, yeah.
I like the Magic
Right,
Rock
you know, is
glass,
it
though.
just
I
the
had
glass?
I had no intention of this just sitting here. This is fully to be used, but for some reason it
Has
has.
it been in the
sat
dishwasher and got scratched up?
here. No, that's all vape.
Is it?
Yeah,
That's PG.
it's all VG.
I think you might need to crack a window in your office from now
Imagine
on.
what the inside of my PC looks like.
I'm still
Moist.
too scared to open up mine.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Brad. Carry.
It's all good, dear. I am
Neck
drinking the neck oil because it was in the fridge. It was
I
cold,
like neck oil.
and it's fucking yummy.
It is. It's good.
The one thing that I still... Oh, fuck, we miss a lot of things. All I want is a pint poured from a tap. Okay. Give me that and I can carry on with this. But
You really care? I have to admit, I'm not. I don't get the weepy shit about stuff. I don't care.
we know you
I miss
don't
the
care, but
beer
that's 'cause you're
garden.
a
Is what I miss.
half-
I get
half-
fine, but then we're so far off that, like it being a reasonable thing. When I've
not
seen
that far.
people,
It's
Not
not
far.
reasonable.
I don't know. I think we're going to be able to go in beer gardens soon.
nah.
If
Yeah,
pubs
the
have got a big enough beer
Scotch,
garden.
the Scotch have got a date for it, haven't they?
What have they got? July or something?
15th July, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Being reasonable or not, I don't give a shit. I miss the idea of a pint being poured via a tap by a man or woman, however they choose to identify. I cannot. Just want them pulling my pint.
They
Anyway,
don't pull them though, do they? They don't pull that. That's not on the
No,
pump.
they don't pull that. They lever it or
Yeah.
do something to it.
Oh, it depends where you go.
But anyway, I'm on my UL, my dwarf, with my Modmaker whistle tip.
Ooh.
And in there, as pretty much everyone knows, is 20 milligram Jackie.
Yeah.
There's.
From that dear darling down there.
Is that where I am?
Yeah.
On
Thank
my
you,
screen.
friend.
There.
Ah.
You're down there. See, I'm stroking your head.
Yeah. Good
Nice.
times. Good times. Hey, is that you? Is that you done, Brad?
That's everything.
What were
I
you
have in front of
drinking?
me.
What were you drinking?
Neck oil
Oh yeah.
in a
Excellent.
pretty yellow can.
Excellent. Is that Beavertown?
That is Beavertown.
Yeah. Yeah.
Section
Excellent. Excellent. Right, we better crack on.
Okay.
The news.
I'm going to go with a weird bit of news. We're going to start from Hong Kong, but I think this could be a breaking wave across the world. I quite like. This is from the Manila Times, which is Filipino, then, isn't it? But still, it's fine.
Where the thriller in Manila?
Where the fuck is Manila? I've gone mad.
Wasn't it in the Congo?
Oh fuck! I've gone mad. Right there, Manila. I need to check now before we're racist. You got to be careful.
It's not racist to not know geography.
Oh, it's no excuse, is it?
Who is the president of Djibouti?
That's very good. We watched that episode today. It's quite. Yeah, Philippines. I was all right. I was correct. Right. Anyway, so it's from the Manila Times, and it's news out of Hong Kong. Actually, a regional consumer advocacy group has lauded Hong Kong legislation. Fuck, I've lost my mind. Hong Kong legislative council's decision to terminate discussions on the proposed ban on vaping products, saying this would provide smokers with a safer smoke-free alternative.
They're all blooming made over there anyway.
But it's quite a hell of a step. So it was coming in on June 2nd. And they started discussing it, and then they dumped it. They dumped the very idea of a vaping ban
Good.
in Hong Kong.
Don't bite the hand that feeds you.
I thought it was an incredible thing to get rid of, but that could lead because I know Thailand keep looking at their legislation over and over again on vaping, and I think this could be quite interesting.
You know why it's happening right now in Hong Kong, though?
Because
they're seeing that HAR money rolling in.
Yeah,
from all those HAR orders.
I thought you meant it's because they're about to. Oh fucking hell! It's about to kick off again in Hong Kong, isn't it? Anyway,
it is, but at least they'll be able to.
But that's the first thing to go, isn't it? When you have a financial crisis in the world, the way to get your economy back up and running is cut legislation down and let people do what they want to do.
Yeah.
Kickstart's economy is doing that.
Well, it's a shift in political tide, isn't it, over there? So I guess there's an emphasis on getting the policies they want before they're. Anyway,
there's a great caption near the end. Legislators such as Peter Xu, Raymond Chan, and Cheng Chun-tai have repeatedly argued that a ban was neither logical nor feasible. More importantly, all three pointed out that adult smokers should not be deprived of the right to choose tobacco harm reduction. I think that's great. I think it's a good idea, and I'd love to see more of that worldwide.
It could cause a little snowball.
I think it could do. Yeah, especially when it comes to Thailand, Cambodia, Vietnam. I think it could make a difference. Let's see.
It's I wonder how it works for them on a sort of day-to-day lifestyle economic. Because obviously over here,
money makes no difference.
What I mean is, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So over here, when we first started, there was kind of that very well-established lie that vaping would be cheaper.
Yes.
And that was almost one of the positives of vaping. You know, you see a poster, it'd say cheaper, safer, cleaner, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
The cheap thing was a thing. But over there, I would be very surprised if there was any way of selling an e-cig cheaper than the cigarettes that they get.
You could do it. The reason it was taken off in Thailand, the West is very popular fashion-wise, and a pack of local brand cigarettes. It used to be. If you've been to Thailand more recently than me, correct me. I've been in. I don't know, 4 years ago, probably the last time I went. About 50p, 40p, 50p for a pack of local cigarettes. International brand, about £2.
I remember being over there and smoking Marlboro and offering them to my Thai friends that were there, and they thought they were very posh, you know.
Yeah, but it is. It's incredible. It's a lot more expensive to vape, but mobile phones, cars, lots of things, very fashionable. Shit food. We have introduced, especially places like Thailand, we've introduced terrible Western shit food.
Surely the Americans are to blame for that. They're not all having a Yorkshire pudding wrap, are they?
No, it is McDonald's.
It's been over there a long time though, John. I remember I went there in the 90s to Thailand.
Yeah.
They had Burger King and McDonald's there then.
No, but I know, but it's causing. They've got an obesity problem in Thailand, especially in Bangkok, with locals as well. The same as everywhere where this shit is. The only place it's not, Cambodia. There's no McDonald's in Cambodia. They don't have any. I don't have any burgers. So. But this because it's a communist government, so they just don't want it. But it works, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Very good news. Very good news.
Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Are we with? Oh yeah, I quite like this. There was a profit warning for British American tobacco this week, 2 days ago. British American tobacco delays revenue goals as vaping hit by pandemic. Cigarette giant British American Tobacco has warned that it would take 2 years longer than expected to reach a major milestone in the business unit, which offers its vape pens. It also warned that the revenue from its overall business is likely to miss expectations. This is their third profit warning.
What are they blaming it on?
They're blaming it on the pandemic.
Oh,
you can't blame it on the pandemic.
They are.
COVID-19 has slowed the growth of vaping products. The problem is
that's bollocks.
They can't move. We saw the fault years before they did. Vape, BAT and Imperial with the blue system. They were always going to be kept on the back foot by the independents because the independents can move so fast. If you look at, I was looking at a Vandervape product earlier that's coming out, and and they can that can be the thing this month. Bang, get it out, gone. They can't do that. Vape haven't changed design in 2 years. Blue 3.
Business, isn't it? Big business can't make decisions fast.
Exactly what we always promoted. I've always said this. You don't get stuck in that fucking rabbit hole. And luckily, the British legislation, which probably the pandemic will make sure that these things don't change, because we need money moving. Don't matter who gets it, move it. Fucking fast.
It's self-fulfilling prophecy, isn't it? Some of this stuff, like the previous recession, it doubled in size because it was almost a self-proclaimed, prophecy. So many companies used it as an excuse to streamline. It had a double knock-on effect.
There's so many companies we know of, like high street companies, that are on their arse and they can't. There's a couple that need to go bankrupt. I know John Lewis are struggling, but they do seem to be ready, willing, and able to struggle, which would make me think they want to fold.
This sort of thing is it's almost like Darwinism of business, isn't it? An economy.
Mm-hmm.
You have something like this that sticks inefficient businesses on their arse. Something more streamlined will either come out of that, or something else will come along to fill the void.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the likes of John Lewis, Debenhams, all of them, they were taking strain before the start.
Have Debenhams gone now, or they're struggling?
They're in administration.
Oh, I thought they were. Yeah. To be fair, I'm very surprised they still exist.
Yeah,
Debenhams. I don't know how they still exist.
They were closing down, I think, 60% of their stores as of January this year. I reckon this is going to shut the rest of them.
Isn't it?
There's no future for it.
No,
I was surprised to hear about Monsoon Accessorize trimming jobs. It's almost like people don't want some human shit as a headband anymore. I don't know. That's crazy to me. When did the market dry up for a little
they're
bit of
effectively buying
polystyrene?
wheelbarrows of shit from Wish.com, and they're sticking it on the shelf and they're banging it out. It is their turn. It's incredible what they do, and it works.
Why haven't they got an e-commerce arm of the business? This is a reason.
They must have. They must have, because I've seen the boxes arriving at my house.
They do. But I'm going to guess, based on the animosity I can pick up in all three of yours tone, that I'm not alone as the man left standing outside Monsoon.
I'm generally.
The store is only
generally, I'm not allowed
to be stuck in there for 45 minutes.
Generally, my wife can only handle about an hour of me with her shopping.
I don't go shopping with the wife and the kids.
I do, Brad. I've been there.
I did, but here's my tip.
Stood with a bunch of other men, just rolling your eyes.
Vapes is closed in Tunbridge Wells.
Has it really?
Well, it's not, they took the furniture out pretty much straight away. I don't know if Billy's going to reopen it or not, but the girls used to go shopping for an hour or two, and I'd just go and have a coffee in there and chat with the women.
As men standing around in shops, let me just give you a tip to keep it entertaining. While you're waiting for your other half, as other people come past, tell them what you think of what they've got. I do that. So I go, no. No. And my wife will come out and go, what did you just say that was? No. Or I'll say something like, yeah, what's that, 14? You're not 14, 16. Minimum. There's no way there's 14. It's daft. Yeah. That's why I'm not allowed.
Matt Fox is saying shops near pubs. Well, there are, but the pubs aren't open either now. So
there's a lovely pub opposite. What's that fucking place? When I go to London, I have to go in there. Oh, I don't know. Horrible department store that everybody loves. There's a pub opposite, so I don't care.
Selfridges.
No, like that, but I can't remember what it's called. Liberties. Liberties has its own smell.
I don't know where that is even.
You can go in, everywhere smells like that, and then you get to the counter and they go, I don't know if you're interested, you actually buy the smell. You know the smell you can smell? You can have that smell in your house. I don't want the smell in my house. I could taste it. Yeah. That's why I'm not allowed in there either. Do you ever just pick up stuff and go, fuck off? Like,
yeah, that's the thing I do to pass the time while waiting in those places. You just let them go. And you just put it down and you just get the next thing until someone notices you doing it. And
Oh,
Yeah.
there is another really good. This I promise. This line, and you need to work on your face. They say, "Oh, Richard can do this." I think Brad, you'd laugh. I think Rick, 50-50. If you get stuck outside the ladies' change rooms and all there is underwear, right, and you know you're trying to stare into space, if they're in there long enough, a shop assistant will say, "Can I help?" Just say, "Nope, just looking." Right, and honestly, they leave you immediately because you're not you just like that. Just looking. I'll put them in the old wank bank. Right. Next thing.
Anyway,
Nursing times. I'm quite chuffed with this find. I'm very happy with this.
you're always on nursing times, you.
I love it. Yeah, it's not what you think. So, the nursing times. So, written for nurses. I'm going to read that. The headline doesn't really
Did you
make
think
any
it was
difference.
like farmers' wives?
Yeah, it's not. I thought it was readers' wives.
Some really good reads in that, to be fair.
So the headline is, it doesn't really count as a headline, but smoking cessation. People, smoking, this is like lessons, really. Smoking cessation 5. People are waiting or recovering from surgery. Right, the article basically goes on to why, if somebody is having elective surgery, they are, it becomes a teachable moment, and you should speak to them about giving up smoking. The old thinking was that you didn't want to shock their system. This is really old. This was the old idea, was you don't want to shock their system. So if they want to smoke right up until the operation, they want to smoke right until as soon as they're back out of the thing, get smoking again, because that's what you used to do. So keep doing it. And almost, if you had to have surgery in a week's time, is there any point quitting today? Or is it better to look at it in 2 weeks' time? But now they obviously realise that's not true. You need to, people need to quit immediately, and vaping is part of the solution. These are the statistics on the effects of smoking, the effect of smoking on surgical outcomes. These are obviously based on studies. I just thought these were interesting. Smokers are 38% more likely to die after surgery than non-smokers. Following surgery, smokers have a higher risk of lung and heart complications. They have a higher risk of post-operative infections. They have require longer stays in hospital, require higher drug doses, and are more likely to be admitted to an intensive care unit, and have an increased risk of emergency readmission. Smoking is the most important risk factor for developing serious post-operative complications after elective orthopedic surgery, including hip and knee replacements, foot, ankle, and shoulder surgery. I thought it was a really interesting statistic to say you are more likely to have more problems because of the chemicals in the cigarettes, not nicotine.
I know, but that's the last thing you want to be worrying about, isn't it?
Isn't it the lack of good health because you're a smoker, not really what even in a cigarette?
No, it's the last thing you want to be worrying about,
also
isn't it?
what's in the... No. These are elective surgeries.
For a head transplant, and you can also have to worry about the fact you're not getting enough nicotine.
This is elective surgery. So if you're going to have a hip replacement, they don't go in on a Tuesday and they go, "What are you doing Friday?" And you go, "Oh well, I don't know, because Harvester have got a sale on." They're booked months in advance. So what they're saying is, at the first opportunity, months before, you should be given the statistics, and I absolutely agree. I think you definitely should be given the statistics.
This is how I would do it, right? So, if you're having a hip operation, right?
Yeah.
So you go in, you have a hip operation,
Right.
and then you wake up on the bed, yeah? While they're asleep, remove anything that would help them get out of bed.
No, they have to get out of bed the next day.
Yeah, but keep them on a lead. Right, and then you put a vape on the desk. They can't go for a cigarette because their legs are broken, and so they have to vape to survive.
That worked.
Can I get to the end of the list, by the way?
Go on.
I just quite liked it.
But you know I'm right.
Yeah, it's fine. Smokers are significantly higher risk of complications during reconstructive breast surgery and breast cancer surgery. Smokers are often in need of higher doses of anaesthesia than non-smokers. People who smoke have decreased blood oxygenation. This leads to reduced oxygen delivery to their tissues, so they are more likely to need oxygen therapy. I thought it was really, I just quite liked it. And what they're really saying is, that
Saying that smoking's bad.
smoking's not bad, but they've got a new section in it: the role of vaping. A combination of behavioural support and products that ease the transition between smoking and quitting is the gold standard treatment in stop smoking services, and it has been shown to be
It says you just said between smoking.
between smoking and quitting. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So when you're a smoker and when you're not one.
Well, they're saying you haven't quit when you're vaping then.
No. No, they are saying you've quit.
Oh, okay.
It's to ease the transition between smoking and quitting. Quitting counts as vaping counts as quitting.
Does it? Okay.
Yes,
I
it's
thought
the transition
vaping was in the transition.
Yes, the gold standard treatment. They do mention people who vape for years on this. In a second, let me just get there. The gold standard treatment is in stopping smoking services is behavioural support and a product. It's been shown to be 3 times more successful than an unassisted quit attempt. Nurses may encounter patients who have just started using vaping devices or have been using them for years. The popularity of these devices means it is worth considering how they fit into a pre- and post-operative pathway. The evidence to date has not identified any major concerns about the use of electronic cigarettes around surgery. And although vaping is not completely risk-free, it carries a fraction of the risk to smoking. It is helping thousands of smokers to quit and stay smoke-free. Nurses should therefore feel confident about encouraging patients to try and to continue with vaping if it allows them to be smoke-free.
Yeah.
I like it. I really do. I think that's a massive step.
Let them vape in bed.
I totally. There was a bit. If you could. But how the problem is, we end up in the situation which we've been in loads of times before, is if they, well, we almost need a vape product that people can recognise, like a Inokin Endura, that we say that is fine, but you can't blow big fat clouds.
Yeah, just have 20 watts. And then a plus, and then like a red line through the.
So then I think that you got more chance. And
you got more chance if there's a specific product that across the board you know the quantity of vapor it produces.
No. Yeah and no, because then you get down to medical shit and it doesn't work.
This is the product you're allowed to use in our hospital.
Yeah, 20 mg only in hospitals. People aren't going to be chucking that.
Don't forget, there's a smoking room on every ward at the moment that's not being used because it can't be. It's called they call it a family. There's I remember on my wife's granddad's ward there was a family room. It's not really. It's just some chairs. Like who the fuck would ever sit there?
Some chairs that are browner than the chairs that are outside.
Well, why would you go and do that?
Are
you here to see your granddad? Yeah. Do you want to go and see him? I'm just going to sit in here for a minute. Why? I didn't really like him. But I'm in the hospital.
No. On ER, that's the room that they break the bad news in.
No, that's a different room. There is another room for that.
That's the bad news room.
That's the bad news room.
Oh, I thought it was a family room.
Nah, bad news room. I quite like it. Anyway, that's that. That's the news. But I think that's a massive thing in the nursing times, telling people how to
let them vape in bed, and don't help them get out of the building.
They can't smoke on NHS property anymore. They can't smoke out. They're not. That's not policed, which I find fucking ridiculous. But yeah, stop them, vape. Stop pushing a drip outside the car park for a fag. You're not supposed to vape. You're not supposed to smoke anywhere on the NHS property. Yeah. Give them a bill when they check out. There you go. How many times do you go out for a fag? I don't know. 8 times a day. Excellent. It's £25 to go. Give them a bill as they go out the door.
Yeah. The NHS don't know how to issue bills.
Really true.
Right, very quickly, we will go over some of this news stuff. Okay, just done the video for this.
Did I prepare news for nothing, Richard?
No, go on.
See, Brad likes to surprise us with this. Richard knows what's in my script, Brad. That's the difference.
Yeah, go on, Brad. What's in the news, Brad?
I've got interesting news for a change.
Okay.
Is it from South Africa?
I'm being belligerent. It's not.
Okay. There was a South African one today.
There was, but I just thought.
Yeah, fine. Don't be racist.
I found news that interesting, but it relates to a discussion John brought up. And I want to say you were triggered, but maybe you weren't. Around clean drip tips 2-3 weeks ago, we had a chat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the Inokin thing.
Yeah. Remember the whole clean drip tips and keep them clean, and some people are dirty.
Some people are dirty.
There's
Not
actually
naming
been a
any
published,
names.
yeah, there's actually been a published study around that
Women.
where they proved that bacterial growth around dirty drip tips, blah blah blah. And I thought, you know, there's something interesting there, but it's not really worth reading to everyone. But there's one line in particular where the doctor involved has more than a little bit of sarcasm. I'll give you the gist of the article. Dr. Susie Gage, epidemiologist and physiologist, studies the associations between mental health and recreational drug use, an advantage of truth and straight talking about substance use, blah, blah, blah. So they go into, it's not just about keeping your shit clean.
I'm sure that says psychology, but not physiology. But
The outbreak of illness and deaths was, of course, extremely worrying, but it led to some countries calling for e-cigarettes to be banned. Now, in my opinion, this is akin to someone going blind after drinking bathtub moonshine and suggesting this means we should ban gin and tonics.
Mm-hmm.
That, as a quote from a doctor, has to rank as one of the best I've ever
it's
read.
perfect.
I reread the entire article just because that quote was on point. I fucking like this woman. I think it's a woman. The name like Susie. Let's not make assumptions here.
No, she might be a woman who identifies as a man.
Exactly.
There's that Dr. Hillary on telly, isn't there?
I'm just going to call Susie and leave it at that.
Yep.
But I like that. There was another one, another sarcastic doctor. This one, Abigail Friedman and Sing Shu, researchers at Yale School of Public Health, have produced a paper that has just been published in the Journal of Substance Use and Addiction in associations of flavored e-cigarette uptake with subsequent smoking initiation and cessation. They found, and John, you're going to fucking love this, they found that child-friendly e-liquids do not increase the chance of smoking initiation in never smoking vapors.
We knew that, but this has been proven. We've done this. I mean, not having to go at you. Sorry, we've done this in England. British Health UK. We've done it. We know it does.
Public Health England.
How the fuck would it? Have a go on this. Yeah, fair enough. You just wouldn't bother. The analog way of smoking is rubbish. Relatively speaking.
We've done it, but it's just nice to see someone else.
But they'll do another one next week.
The
but they'll pay Harvard to knock some bollocks up.
It's funny how that has disappeared. The whole battery blowing up debacle.
Well, that's because
they didn't need it anymore.
Other clickbait that was worth more money.
Getting, what's it called? Vapey lung disease syndrome. What the fuck?
E. coli.
Not
E. coli.
What was it?
Ellie.
What was the vaping injury thing? What was it called?
Nelly the elephant.
No, they've got a name for it in the US.
Areola.
Vape as well.
No, the fucking what was their acronym for vaping injury, lung injury? Can't remember what it was. Fuck it, who cares? Bollocks.
Yeah, who cares? But anyway, there was another line in this, and the article carries on in that just and backs up its data. The nice thing with this one, and again, this is a common trigger point for all of us, is their sample size wasn't 13 people.
Right.
Their sample size was 280,000.
That's pretty good.
That's good.
So it's not just a tiny little trial size to get the answer they wanted. It's mass market.
Well, these trials, they are going to get, these numbers are going to get bigger. And that's how to tell if it's worth reading.
My two next pieces are around that, and I'll get to them quickly. The one sarcasm line, all I'm doing is highlighting sarcasm in the news.
Okay, go.
Some people believing 5G technology may cause COVID-19, conducting studies because fear merchants believe something gets the research off to a slightly flawed start.
You can't research that. It's impossible. There's no, you don't need to.
But that one line, just like, yeah, okay, I'm with this guy. They're actually smart enough to make fun of themselves and their entire profession. being paid by people who believe something to then go and study that thing.
Ivali. No, is that it? No.
Ivali, that's it.
That's it.
It sounds like a village in Africa.
Ivali.
Well, it sounded like a mod.
Good idea. Good idea. Make a little note of that, Mark Todd. He's doing a mod.
There are two
Allegedly.
stories, one involving more research within the UK. So I'll get to that one first. The second story I might not do. I'll just run a piece in the group about it tomorrow morning.
Just do it really fast, because it's 9 minutes to 10.
Don't forget comment the issue to call papers. No. This I found on Planet of the Vapes.
Hey, it's really good. It's a really good news site, that.
It is so much easier than filtering through the shit Google recommends.
Yeah. It's really... hats off to those guys. It's a really good source of vape news.
However they filter their news, and whoever is in control of that is...
They've been doing it for ages. Rob's been doing it
like
for
7 years or something.
Yeah.
Help move with COVID data is the title of the article. Dr. Carmen Isrig, I'm butchering your surname there, has issued a call for vapers to help with a brief survey. The vaping advocate helps to coordinate the activities of consumer groups EFVI and MOVE, which is medical organizations supporting vaping and electronic cigarettes. The survey seeks to counter the unscientific claims being made that state vaping makes people more likely to contract the COVID-19 virus. There's then an article justifying what they're doing, why they want to do it, and the sample size that they've managed to reach is too small to make the study worthwhile or the data effective. So there's a call out for people to go in and fill in the survey. So I went in and did it, and it took a minute and a half.
Okay.
It didn't take any of my time, so tomorrow I'm going to pop a link up to that in the group as well.
I always worry about those things.
I'm a bit worried about that one, because I do feel you're answering a question that doesn't need answering, which I've got into arguments with in the last week so many times. I'm really enjoying it. When someone asks a question that doesn't need answering, I make up my own question.
But you're answering a question which you perceive as not requiring answering.
It doesn't.
By yourself. But
no, it doesn't require an answer.
Any question, regardless of how stupid, answered enough times is valuable information.
No, it's not. I deny that.
It depends. It's
ridiculous.
If they can turn our assumption into a fact.
If somebody asks you, do you think that Bill Gates is trying to work on a cure for COVID-19 so he can put microchips in people, punch them in the face? It has no answer. They are thick. Don't answer it. Punch them in the face. Anyway, we need to move on.
He'd have done it with Ebola if he was going to do it.
Yeah, exactly. Of course. Sorry, I'm just saying that Richard's going to blow his head off.
I won't argue with you, Richard.
Hello. We can argue. We'll argue after.
Hello. Right, really quick. Just done a video for this. Not mentioned it on the show. I will show it you now. It's unlike all the other AIOs coming out right now, it is actually a cloudy one. It's a cloudy one. It's a 42 watt vape. It's the Freemax Autopod 50, and this is the review that just went up the other day.
Is it an auto squonk again?
No, it's just it's just a pod. The pod system, doodah. It's just a pod on a thing with a screen, and it's really refreshing to have a direct to lung one, to be honest. And Freemax do really good sub tanks, so this is a nice vape. So there's a video up for that. I think it's really good if you're a sort of 30 to 40 watt vapor. I think it's really nice, portable, handy, and it's good coil heads, which is the most important thing. So I think that's really good. This one is new in this week, and there'll be a video at some point. But it's the Vaporesso GTX1. Now, the reason I mention this here now is I know there are a lot of Dwarf fans in our group and watching this show The reason I mentioned this mod is it could be of interest to anyone using the smaller one. Is it the 16?
Yeah, this one.
Because this tank you're looking at right now is an 18mm tank.
Right. So it will go on top of there.
Yes, so the tank, that Dwarf 16 will look very, very nice on this mod.
Send me it, mate. I'll check for you.
Yeah, I'll send it you as soon as I finish. I'll send it to you. I'll send you this because I don't have one. But it's if anyone remembers the previous Vaporesso mod, the big one that they did, it's got that lovely finish on it, the sort of semi-rubbery metallic finish. Yeah, was it the swag? Not the swag. It was like the swag. It was the same finish as the swag. Yeah, so it's got that lovely finish, nice chroming. Vaporesso do really nice boards as well nowadays. So it's a built-in battery. Some people won't like that, but it's really dinky and nice, and I think everyone's Dwarf 16s will look really good on this mod. So
does it got pass-through as well?
Yeah, it does work whilst
cool.
charging.
That's what I mean. Yeah, that's more what I mean.
Technically, whether it's actually charging and vaping, I don't know. I don't know if it stops that to do that or what. But I
could have that on the desk.
Yes, it's a trendy little thing. It's still 2000 mAh, which at 12 watts is.
Yeah, I've got this set 15 watts at the moment. Yeah, that'll work.
The actual tank that comes with it's not terrible either. Nice little 15-watt vape on there, mesh mouth to lung type situation. But I think the mod is what will be of most interest to people because it's a bonny little mod and it will fit your smaller atties.
We're talking about your reviews just quickly. Have you got coming up? I saw it today and I thought, I want to see what you reckon to it. Matt vapes reviewed yesterday the Kylene rebuildable. Bandy vape?
It's coming up in the new stuff. I don't have it. Again, my relationship with Bandy Vape is they randomly send me stuff and I randomly make videos for them.
I'd like to see you look at that.
Yes, I would love to look at that. It looks great. It looks genuinely great. It's but the only thing I think they've missed a slight trick with it, but I mean I don't have it to comment on. But it looks a really nice Diddy rebuildable out and about AIO, doesn't it? It looks very good. And it's coming up in the new. We've got a picture of it to talk about then. Cool. So there's some new stuff, but we should talk to Rick.
Yes,
super special guest, because you've got a new thing in this week, Rick.
Yeah, I've got a new. I've launched a new battery tube for modders this week.
Play it down. This is a game changer.
Wow. You should be.
I can say whatever.
You should be my PR man, John. It is different. It is different to the normal offering, as in, I've done away with the screw cap on the battery tube.
Yeah.
Because I personally, not that I mind using.
I'm with you.
I don't mind using them, but I would prefer it to be easier to get the battery cap on and off quickly.
Yeah.
So I've come up with a bayonet design, and I don't know if hopefully people can see it. I'll show the top of it first. Should I? I'll show the top of it first.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, look.
I like it.
At the top, we've got it all comes apart. That's a silver-plated copper disc that comes apart for you to solder a wire to, and that would just poke out of the side. So much like there's already a couple of battery tubes out there that do this already. They did it well. I won't say copied. I've improved upon
an existing design.
And it's also got 4 holes around it for your negative wires, which you have to put one in there because it's got 4 Allen key grub screws.
Oh, that's nifty.
They're nice and easy. You poke a wire in, you screw it down, and you've got 4 positions for it. So I think that's improving on the top. But the most important thing, in my mind, is the bayonet fitting. And when I put the tube on Facebook the other day, somebody said they weren't sure how stiff the spring was or anything like that. So I thought it was just be quite good to show me putting the cap on, I suppose.
For anyone that's a tiny bit lost, we're talking about these. You get a sexy mod.
Yeah.
Inside it, there are battery tubes. And
like
usually, up to this point, what you've had to do is you've had little caps like this, or the little ones with gaps in.
I
and
do
you've
it with
got
a
to kind
coin.
of, you've got to get a coin or your finger and somehow untwist these. And it's not a super big problem, except if, especially with squonking, if you're like 50 watts or something, you're going through batteries. A lot of these fancy mods don't have a built-in charge thing, so you are going through batteries, and you end up unturning these and turning them and turning them several times a
5,000
day.
threads later.
Go on then. Let's see.
Let's see. Let's show you. Firstly, the cap, the battery cap is that
Nice.
silver-plated copper bar that's actually screwed into the stainless steel part underneath. So if you really did want to go silly, you could get yourself a piece of silver and drill a hole in it and screw it on there. But no, let's try and, I don't know how I'm going to do this, so whether anyone's going to see it, but there's the bottom of the tube there with the grooves for the cap to go in.
Yep.
And I'll try and do it. I've just dropped
You're on.
just dropped a battery in there. You put that on there and you, so you can push that down, turn it, and it's locked.
Oh.
You don't take the battery out,
Like
it's
that.
simply twist it in and pull it out like that. There you go. So
I think it's a game changer. As I said,
I can't,
I always, because I trim my fingernails because I don't want to be a
Guys.
dirty bastard, and I don't have coins on me, so sometimes I'm totally fucking stuck.
it's not a hard push. It's hard. It's string stiff enough to stop it doing anything. Doesn't rattle or anything like that, and it comes out as easy as that.
Yep. Perfect.
So that's my new battery tube. And Scotty said on my page that I should put a video up, but I'm not going to sit and do a YouTube video showing that. Hopefully,
I'd like a close. I like doing it.
hopefully soon there will be some mods coming along with it in there, and hopefully they'll show it off as
So
well.
to start with, it's just 18350, is it?
I've got an 18350 one and I've got an 18650 one.
Right, perfect.
And they're both the links at the moment. Todd's put it in chat.
Yeah, might as well put it in chat.
Modmaker.co.uk. If you're a modder, I mean, fuck me, you're
a modder.
nuts not to do it. I think you're mad not to do it.
Yeah,
I
someone
want to
just
see.
said Dino just said that's a light bulb moment. Certainly is, Dino. Nice bayonet fitting.
Yeah, very much.
It's just easy. Quarter turn. Turn.
John,
Done.
John in chat has asked if this adds any voltage drop.
Well, it shouldn't be any worse than any other battery tube because
Threads.
there's actually, I mean, it's going through stainless, which isn't the best, but it's still, I don't suppose anyone would notice a drop. And the pin and the positive pin and the solder disc are stainless, are silver plated copper, and the screw and the bar is also silver plated copper. So there's some good material
More
in
might
there.
be less voltage drop there than through a traditional tube.
Less dirt, no threads.
Who knows? I'm not sure. I don't think there'll be much. I mean, there's good connection.
You really notice the
The
difference
bar is
between.
square. The bar is square, so there's a good flat edge that hits the tube, and the electricity will go up the tube. So
If you've got dirty threads, it fucks up. In fact, the voltage drop is significant on dirty threads. I think it's a great idea.
I mean, there are threads on this. I mean, the tube does come off at the top.
So you can do it. Yeah, but I mean, you're not on, off constantly. It's
And
not
as
going
you
to pick up
drive
dirt.
And the spring's in that top bit, isn't it?
Yeah, it's in the top.
Yeah.
You can see there.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's a piece of cake if there's any issues with the spring.
I know the answer, but I want Rick to say it.
What's that?
Ohm Comfort says, will there be a 21700 tube?
Well, yeah, there will be. There will be. I want to see this in action and see if I can tweak it slightly because it is a little bigger than existing tubes that are out there.
Yeah, it's a tiny bit longer, isn't it?
Well, probably more. Somebody said the other day it's 10 mil longer than a Mod Dog one. Compared to my tube, it might be a couple of mil longer.
Right.
So it is a bit. It's a little bit taller.
Well, I mean, that's the whole game, isn't it? That's the whole game. Like, how easy do you want your device to be versus how big you want your device to be? I mean,
I want it easy.
exactly. Do you know what I mean?
I'll accept a mod 5 mil taller, or the modder gets creative.
Yeah.
And gets a bit near the knuckle with the.
It seems very lazy as an excuse to say
Yeah,
that
it
you
would be
don't
great
want
to
your
make
mod
it
to be
smaller.
taller.
It would be great to make it smaller. There may be the odd place I might be able to take a millimetre or two off of it.
Yeah, but that's like saying they shouldn't be regulated mods because you have to put a board in and it makes it wider.
Yeah.
I mean,
really,
the board makes it 10 times more user friendly, 10 times more usable.
Some people that might mean a big difference. A mod being 5 mil long bigger.
To me, just changing them out, it make it, especially when it
that much. I mean, it's not much. It's not going to.
When it comes to dual, that would really put, when it comes to the dual 18650 mods, the only one I've got with dual with caps is the first abstract I got was the flask.
Yeah.
And switching the batteries out, you kind of, you got to take 5 minutes out of your day. But if not, flip, bang, bang.
Well, what I think this will really come into its own is with the 18350 ones. Because
you're going for
you could use a mod and swap a battery really easily rather than having to. So, but not that I'm not going to stop selling the other ones. They're people like them. They're cheaper as well. I mean, they're quite a bit cheaper, those ones. These are more expensive, probably.
This is designed from the ground up in the UK. I think it's fucking awesome. And
I think they're really, really good. I hope we get to see some mods sooner rather than later with them in.
Well, some have gone out yesterday and today. Some tubes. So I will have a mod coming with one in soon, and more info to come on that.
Yeah.
When it gets time to do it.
It's
excellent.
Yeah, I think it's good. I think it'd be a shame to see loads of mods coming out without these in a way.
Yeah, I want to see them
because I mean, like you said about the dual, but for me, the one that I use quite a lot is the Scott Bonner one, and I use a velocity on top of that, so I'm squonking it about 50 watts.
You're taking 2 or 3 batches a day.
Yeah, so I'm changing it twice if I'm really going for it that day, and it's a ball ache. I have to run back up here to do it because I need like a little screw.
It's not that you get that. I mean, I've got used to using the screw ones, and it's just there isn't much you can improve upon with modding.
I like it, Rick. Don't do yourself down. I think you do a wicked job, and I might have been lying slightly in the week, and somebody said, "I'm sure you mentioned something on the show about it." I knew all the fucking time, but we see all the work that Rick puts into these things, and I don't sell him short. So I pretended I didn't know, but I did fucking know, and we all knew, and we watched Rick put loads and loads of work into these things. And we see his CAD designs.
Thank you.
Honestly, anything else we need to ask Rick, or shall we move to new stuff?
Go new, and we'll get Rick. Rick will have to watch the YouTube channel to see.
Yeah,
that's how we do it now.
Chaps. Okay, so brand new stuff. As always, I've trolled through Instagram and all that sort of stuff to find the new stuff. And Aspire have been very busy of late. This is their latest announcement. It's the Aspire BP60.
A lot of thought into the name.
Yeah,
BP60.
I'm assuming it goes up 60 watts. And I'm assuming the B in the BP stands for pod. But it's kind of a weird looking pod with a screen on. It's a weird looking thing, I think. I don't know what it's.
There's a hell of a delay today.
Oh, is there?
Weird looking thing, and their marketing involves a phone.
Have you got it?
Yeah.
I got it.
Press the live thing on the bottom corner.
I'm pressing live. Oh yes, I see the horrible thing. Got it. Sorry.
There we go. So this is the Aspire BP60, and it's just
it's a chunky fella, isn't it?
Yeah, I can't imagine that is small, and it's a weird shape, isn't it?
Yeah.
The mouthpiece portion as well. Like, where the fuck is the ergonomic?
Well, that's the cap. I assume that's a dust cap.
Nope.
That's the mouthpiece.
There's holes in it.
Fuck that. That's massive.
You suck on the top and the air comes in on the side.
Nah, that's demented. Don't bother with that.
That looks like what I would imagine a device like this looks like before it goes to the design.
Yeah.
People. But I mean, I'm not going to slag it off. I haven't got it, but this is my first.
It looks like a building in Bangkok, is what it looks like.
And if you think about all the pods that are already out and all the AIOs that are already out, I'm surprised.
Stuart's got quite a good point. Stuart Drummond said it looks like an old school MP3 player. It does.
It kind of really does, especially the screen.
It was called
Skip track.
Zune.
Skip track.
It's like a Zune.
Yeah, it's a really ugly iPod shuffle. Okay, this is what we were talking about before. This is getting some traction. The Kylin MAIO off of Vandy Vape. Now, I think it's almost a brilliant idea. I would do some big changes though. First of all, I hate mesh for rebuildables. I love a mesh sub-tank, but for rebuildables, mesh, I just don't get on with it. So that's what would dissuade me from using it a lot. The other thing is, I think I've got another picture here. It does all exist. As cool as it looks that you're looking at a little almost RDA-esque on top, it does actually just sit in a pod tank underneath.
It's got. I quite like the fact that they're using steel rope.
All that's pretty cool. The mesh and the rope and all that. But how cool would it be if the whole top inch of the whole mod was the tank, and it was like 7 mil capacity or something like that?
Yeah.
Because you've got a cloudy mesh. You've got a cloudy mesh build on top of your thing, but then it's feeding in with stainless steel rope and like 2 mil, 2.5 mil, 3 mil capacity tank.
You'll be gone in 3 drags.
You'll be gone.
It's a real limited. We've got to be able to say that rope and mesh isn't as good as cotton now, can't we?
No.
People rave about it.
It is cotton. It's a mesh strip. It's the new mesh.
What's he just said? It was rope.
Yeah, the rope is feeding
rope
up,
feed
rope
system.
feed ups to the cotton,
Like a German atty kind of thing.
like a German RTA.
I was also wondering what the hell the steel was for.
It literally just feeds the cotton wicks. It's not that exciting.
A couple of years ago, Vaping with Twisted 420 brought out an RDTA mod, and I think the execution was poor because it looked like a Black & Decker. But the actual idea, I think, still has legs, and if this was converted to be more like that, i.e. a rebuildable attached to a humongous tank of juice, I think this would have more legs. But I'm very curious to see what everyone's going to say about this. I haven't got one, but keep your eyes peeled on your favourite YouTubers for this, because it could be very, very good. It could be very, very good.
No, a Black & Decker branded mod marketed to tradies. That's just where my brain went. Like, here, drop this, kick this, hit this with a hammer. It'll still work.
Next thing, we don't often feature these guys, but Smock are back in action, and they've got a couple of new releases scheduled for the next few weeks. This one is basically a dual with a screen.
It's not going to be massive again.
I don't know how big this will be in real life, but this is the Enfix kit, and it's a dual that goes up to 25 watts, regulated vape with a screen.
Regulated. Nice little display on it. I'd like to get that just for the board, actually.
I know.
For the board, fair enough. But
Rip those apart for that.
It's just going to be a nichrome coil with a bit of silica or a bit of cotton. Wanker. I don't understand why they try to innovate that. I don't get that.
That's got to be a tiny little board, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it must be amazing little board.
That's a nice little display on it as well.
Oh, I'll tell you what, that'd be fucking good on. You know that little tiny display? That'd be awesome on a pipe.
Yeah.
No, but in any mod,
display.
Any mod, that's probably a really tiny board. I'm gonna have to get one just to pull it apart, I think.
Yeah, I don't understand why the fuck anyone's trying to innovate that, but
no, but it's better than a dual. In as much
cares?
that you can fine tune your vape.
That's like saying, do you want to get shot in the balls or shot in the knee? Well, I get shot in the knee. It's better than shot in the balls. I don't understand. Who cares? I don't want either.
I would take the balls.
Yeah, I'd take the balls too.
I got 2 kids.
But we've both got kids.
Yeah.
I'll take a shot in the balls because I can carry on walking.
That's too bad.
You wouldn't walk.
I'd take it to the balls as well now.
You wouldn't walk far, would you?
And with the balls, it'd definitely be a through and through.
Maybe.
I've had mine lasers anyway, so I might as well get rid of it.
I didn't say what the angle was, did I? It's an upwards angle.
Yeah, well,
it'll come out of your arsehole.
Anyway, this is the Enfix kit, and although I'm not at all excited by it, I think there's it's.
I want to see. I want Rick to get
a review, Richard.
No, I don't deal with Smock.
Accept it, and I'll have it.
I'll try and see what I can do.
I'd love to see this in a pipe. That board in a pipe
I'll take it apart to get the
throw the
board
battery away. But yeah, I love it.
I'll make a tiny little mod with that with 118 350 or something.
We've got the gorgeous Mark Todd that's been posting on the socials again. This is a cross vape from a cross vape. This is the Roulette RTA. I think it looks quite a pretty RTA.
It looks quite it looks quite yeah, thingy. Like John's got the Atty from Simon.
Oh,
the EVL.
Yes.
oh,
Yeah, apart from the top cap. It looks quite good actually. If anyone has that's piqued anyone's interest, go and check out Todd's reviews.
well, why is it called? Oh yeah, I think I have seen it.
The full lowdown on that one. So that's a thing. This is the other one from Smog. This is something that they've announced a while, but we never got around to showing it. This is the other dual 18650 pod thing. So this is the other one that we've never mentioned, but basically it's a dual 18650 on it with a pod on top.
Is there a demand for this?
160 kit. I think they're trying to find out.
Fucking hell!
Oh man,
that's massive.
It's huge. It's huge.
You know, it looks like that Yeehee.
Can you imagine thumping that down on the pub table?
Yeah, no, you say that, but
you having a drink? Bang!
You say that, but outside Wetherspoons when it reopens, there'll be a lot of guys with dual 18650 mods with a smock tank on top.
That's an AIO that's bigger than this.
Yep.
Yes, 100%.
Is it?
It's massive.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. It's an actual thing.
Yeah, so about the same.
Wismec are back in action. This we featured this before, but it was just a sort of computer render. These are the real pictures of the real thing now. This was the one we debated because the original one was based on a shoe. It was based on the design of a shoe. I think it was a Michael Jordan Nike Air.
I remember that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is the Tinker 2. It's a single battery device, I think. So that's the official picture. That's really what that looks like. That's probably the last we'll say of that.
Yes,
we'll talk about this again in Mod Showcase. But this is Vape Smarter. They've done the Journey mod. It's a 21700 semi-mech stabilised wood tube.
Hang on. I've got to say it. You can't say semi-mech.
Oh.
It's either is or it's not.
It's not a thing. There's no such thing as
like
semi-mech.
a bit pregnant.
Yeah, you can't be a bit pregnant or a bit dead or a bit alive. It's
but you know
mech
what he means, though. It's one of these terms.
I did like it when I saw him post it. I did think, that is really well done.
It is amazingly well done.
It is. He's done a lovely job turning that brass, and I like this mod, but I don't like the use of semi-mech.
No, it's not. It's not a mech. It's got a board in it. But it's lovely.
Then it's not a mech, is it?
No, I agree.
No. Yeah.
But it's gorgeous.
It's beautiful though. It is gorgeous.
Pretty,
Yeah, really nice.
We won't dwell on that because it is in the Mod Showcase as well.
It's beautiful.
From Oumier, the people that made the Wasp, if you're wondering, it's the Avusian 40 kit, and this basically looks like every single email I get at the moment. It just looks like another one of these AIO jobbies. But nice to see that the makers of the Wasp haven't died. So yeah.
Was it good to see Nan at weekend? I mean, it was nice to see she's not dead.
Yeah. Oh, 1 second. Let's reset.
It's not ugly. That's not as ugly as the train.
Aye. And we're back in the room.
Yeah, we freezed on their screen. Don't worry, everybody stay there. But
I hope everyone could see the pictures.
Yeah, I think they could. Yeah, they were looking at the pictures.
Yeah, that's fine. Zoom keeps doing that for some reason.
Look at that.
Might have to update them.
Bit of that.
Yeah, it's all right, but they'll see this bit when it gets to this bit. So that is that's all the new stuff. For this week. Still plenty of new stuff coming out. It's all going on.
Yeah, it's all starting up again. We had a couple of months off there, and
Yeah, it did go very quiet, but everyone is back in full force now.
Yeah. Perfect.
We'll give everyone a minute to catch up.
Yeah, I think they're coming back.
Yeah, they're back now.
Oh, I just cracked my knuckles on the cat.
Excellent. Yeah, so if anyone's wondering why we keep disappearing, for some reason Zoom has this weird thing going on at the moment where it crashes.
It's because there's so many people playing fucking quizzes.
Yeah, yeah, it's so many people keeping in touch on Zoom.
Blame my parents.
Yeah.
Fucking quiz.
Oh, my mum's in on it as well. She said to me today, I said, how you doing, Mum? She said, oh, keeping on. I'm sticking to the rules, but we were on a Zoom call earlier. They're not. That's my new mum's doing. There. She was at her sister's last week. She's going to her mum's Sunday for dinner. That's not part of lockdown, is it? All right, Mum, calm down.
Yeah, it's from Monday if they're in your bubble.
She's not in anyone's bubble. She said they're talking about Boris's bubbles. You don't understand Boris's bubbles. You got it completely wrong. That's what Mum was telling me today.
We can't all be in a bubble with Boris.
I thought you're only allowed if you're one person on your own. You're allowed to be in a bubble.
That's right.
Yeah, but you have to be. The complication becomes if you're, so if you've got a girlfriend who you don't live with, and you go and you want to be in her bubble, but she's got a roommate.
Is that what they call it these days?
Yeah, but you have to ask her roommate. You have to get permission off her roommate because you'll be in the roommate's bubble as well.
Oh, both of them, two for the price of one.
You will get to be in a bubble with two, not one. Yeah, but yeah, that's the confusion. That's what people don't understand. I like the video I put up the other day to make me laugh, which was that one girl who said, "So I'm not allowed to see my nan. I can't go around and see my nan, but theme park opens July 15th, so I can go on Nemesis Inferno with her."
They are all slightly flawed, all these regs, but they
are.
It's just about keeping the general populace slightly tame.
As long as the majority, are social distancing, the numbers will stay down.
I just enjoy it. I did say to my mum today, if my nan was still alive, I'd have to try and tempt her out to the zoo. Are you coming around seeing me? Well, Nan, do you like penguins? You know I like penguins. Good news.
No, get her on the Inferno, but film it.
I could. Just for the point of this, because it's quite funny, I posted that video and somebody said, yeah, but what if they want to go on a different ride? And I said, to be fair, if I'm wearing a bum bag, my nan will go on any ride I go on. It doesn't really make any difference. And then a good friend of the show, Ian, said, I can beat you. I can bring my nan, my granddad and my mum in the same bum bag. Hashtag, yeah, I went there.
Yeah.
Well played.
The rules are you're supposed to be for single people only, isn't it?
It is. Well, no, it's not. It is for single people. It is for single people.
Does anyone know some really good-looking single?
Join your bubble.
I don't know. Is that what it's for? Swinging. I don't know. I haven't been paying attention to the news. Unless he outlined. Did he outline it was for swinging?
He didn't mention swinging, but he didn't say.
He
didn't say don't.
He didn't mention swinging.
What about?
He mentioned dogging.
I was going to say it'd be safe to go dogging, wouldn't it?
Keep the windows up. Keep the windows up, and you can do what you want.
They're right.
Windows up.
2 meters apart.
No, windows up. You can be right up against the glass. It's fine.
Yeah.
What? So anyone's allowed in your car?
No, outside the car.
Yeah, but some people need to be in the car.
Yeah, but
they could be in each other's bubble.
They could be in your bubble.
Yeah. As long as the two people in the car are single
and in each other's bubble.
Their bubbles.
They could be in the bubble.
They are really organised, some of these dogging groups.
You could really do. You could go further than that. You can make it a theme night. You could go and get an Izetta, and then you could get someone in your bubble.
I mean, no one really knows who's in whose bubble either.
This is a very funny joke.
What if
there's going to be?
Is the bubble?
I've introduced a bubble car without saying the word bubble car because it's funnier.
Well,
so
I'm actually interested in logistics here.
It is. So you're in the bubble. They're in your bubble. And people are pressing their faces against the outside of your bubble, watching you with the girl in your bubble.
Yeah.
I think it's good.
Catching your bubbles.
Can you imagine the amount of hand sanitizer you have to rub the outside of the car down with?
I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know how sanitary any of that sort of stuff
I think
is.
you just have to fill a jet wash, fill a steam cleaner with hand sanitizer,
Yeah.
do the whole car with it.
Jet Purell.
You'd need mouthwash as well.
Oh,
So yes,
Maybe not.
that's a thing. That's a thing. Yeah, we don't know the ins and outs of bubbles or anything really to do with real world stuff. We've got Mod Showcase though. So let's do that before it crashes again. Oh, I know what I need to do. Watch this. Filler. I need some filler. Someone say something.
I'm busy whistling.
Oh yeah, the image. Yeah, let's do that then. Right. So all I need to do is.
Don't know anymore.
Yeah. Oh, you remember the first line.
No.
Is that coming through?
Hey.
Oh. Yeah, I heard it on the wind. That was a bit close. Just went.
No, I just need to go to settings.
Anyway, so
Hotkeys.
bubble in your bubble. We got isopropyl the whole car. Nasty from Stuart.
Looking for a car wash after, be alright, wouldn't it?
Aha, next slide. is that one.
Swirling Merc made a good point with this for mental health, I believe, to stop people going crazy. I totally agree. That is what it's for, and it does make perfect sense. There's lots of people who are in a bad way right now, especially with the isolation. But we were just having a bit of fun with it. But you have made a good point. It is for mental health.
Okay.
As a proviso warning, if anyone takes anything, any of us, say seriously, you
Ever.
need professional care.
Yeah. No, we approved the bubble system. We were just talking logistics.
Yeah, we were just trying to do it in a different way.
Logistics.
Right. Oh, I can see it.
Okay.
Oh,
right.
I'm seeing images flash
Right.
across
Here
the
we go.
screen.
Here we go. Back on screen now. This is Mod Showcase.
Oh, I know
Obviously-
who this is.
Yes. Well, Rick, take it away.
Hang on, you're flicking through lots of them there.
Oh,
No, it's
yeah.
okay.
Wait.
It'll flip back.
That was Austin Green's mod, wasn't it? You had before.
Oh, hold on to your horses. No, the first one we are looking at is
One of
from
Nigel's
Alvin. It's from Alvin.
Oh, well, you take it away. I just saw that other one.
Oh, it's back up now, Rick.
Back up now, Rick. It's Alvin.
Oh,
it's
hang on.
a lipo.
It's fucking massive.
It's
I love
a
it.
lipo squonker.
Can't see it.
DNA 250, obviously down to 167, I think. With a lipo battery, it's a stabilized squonker, and it's
With loads of colours of resin in it.
it's
I really
yeah.
like it.
an
You can see
interesting
it.
bit of
Oh, here we go. I
resin.
can see it now. Oh, that's a big one, isn't it?
Yeah, lipo squonker.
I really like that. As a desk mod, I want it.
Yeah,
I like
and
it.
Yeah,
I
it's
like
good,
I like the matchy buttons.
There's nothing I don't like about that. I really like that, and I don't even care that it's out in your face. I really like it more.
Yeah, very nice.
Matchy turned acrylic buttons. Like that.
Because that's up your street, Rick. Because you've got real wood on the tops and sides and the front plate.
Yeah, that would be a desk mod for me. Now I don't vape really that sort of power anymore, but yeah, I mean it looks great, doesn't it? I mean the stab wood's lovely. Yeah, nice, very nice.
From a
indeed.
photography standpoint, putting it against red brick was a bad choice. And I would put an Atty on top to give everyone a.
But yeah, size wise,
But
I can get an idea of size. I mean, it's probably about
it's done
just shy
like
of
a
100
jewel,
mil
isn't it?
tall. And it's probably 40 by 40.
It's done like a dual battery squonker, basically, isn't it? You know, like a Basium.
Well, I think you could be almost be 3 batteries in there.
It says it's a lipo.
Yeah. But you could that size of wood, you could probably get 3 batteries in that if you.
Here is the next one. You have seen this before, Rick. Is the Austin's effort?
It's just a bit of a delay on me getting YouTube.
Yeah,
to
but
see
you've
it.
seen it, haven't you? It's Austin.
Yes, I saw
Austin,
it. I was
Austin
talking
Green.
to him yesterday or the day before.
Is it
and he
is it a whole old Hammond box? Is it?
No,
sorry,
it's
the
a
Hannah. Sorry, the clone
Hannah.
Hannah. Yeah,
Hannah, yeah.
Clanner.
He got a clapped out Hannah and put a new board in it and got Nigel to put a coating on it.
Oh, was it actual Nigel that did that?
Yeah,
I was thinking it was very Nigel-esque.
yeah.
I
I
like
like Austin's fantastic.
That's the
speak to Austin
Nigel
Kyler.
Speckle.
We like Austin.
He's had a couple of K-thumbs off me. He's a really good guy. Quick heads up to Austin. Austin lost his dad right in the middle of all this, so I just wanted to quick heads up.
Did he?
Austin, yeah, he did.
Oh man, I didn't know. I'm sorry.
That's COVID. But anyway, heads up. He's a really nice guy, and he's been in the vaping thing nearly as long as me. When I started with SV and used to come and hang out and stuff, Austin's a really fucking good guy.
It's a really
and I like that.
really tidy mod. I had one of those.
I remember when they come out.
When the Hannas were massive, I think
they were great, weren't they? The Hanna DNA. Are they DNA 20s? Were they DNA 20s?
Yeah, had a fucking horrible button.
I had the
little dimple.
Do you remember? Like there was loads of these knockoff ones, wasn't there?
Mm-hmm.
Loads of these clone Hannas. But then, H Cigar cleverly did their own that was virtually identical.
They did one with a copy actually it was a Yeehee board in it, wasn't it?
Yes,
the
it was. One? Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Well, it was
I had
before
one of them.
They brought out the SX60 or 4.
They did a tiny stubby one and a big one.
Yeah.
And it sent me rocketing back to that. So I liked that. It's a nice little home job and it's done really well.
Yeah.
This one is from Buddy. Is it Buddy Linger?
Is it My Little Buddy?
I'm just waiting for to see the picture.
It's not My Little Buddy. You're My Little Buddy, John.
You're My Little Buddy.
This is Buddy Linger. It's a full stab regulated mod, and it's a stunning piece of work. Real.
Might be quicker for me to pull up Facebook actually.
Real wood.
I like that's a lot
on screen now.
I like the indent sort of cutouts up the side.
I like the screen. Everything. There's nothing I don't like about that. Actually,
that's incredible. That must have taken ages.
And the buttons are absolutely fantastic.
The insert,
and the way he's got that screen, the insert on the screen, it's nearly absolutely flawless. It's only the angle that's giving us the end.
That mod. There you go. It's come up there. That's beautiful. That is. I saw that. Very, very, very nice indeed. Fit and finish look good in that.
What's the? Does anyone know the tank?
It's Dvar, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah, it is Dvar. Yeah, Dvar 22.
I've noticed that on Mod Showcase often a Dvar is put on.
Yeah, you can tell with the size of the slash for the air. But yeah, it's all that.
Yeah,
that's a really, really, really nice mod. That is.
They're really good. They're that tank. It's the kind of tank you buy and you just keep using it.
That's just a high end class setup. That is, isn't it?
Yeah.
That tank and that mod.
I even like the grooves.
I was just going to say that. Halfway, the middle of the mod.
That gives it its own uniqueness. I think it's got its own finish, if you like.
Yeah.
That's nice. Other things that's really, really good. This one,
it's a burr of something, isn't it? Assuming
burl.
Yeah,
that's generally what most of these mods are made of burls.
Yeah, I like it.
This one is Matt from Fine Mods. Matt Johnson from Fine Mods, our old friend. Matt from Fine Mod. What more can we say about this? He just gets better and better, doesn't he?
You just want to read though, YouTube. I did like it. My only problem is, I'll be honest, I don't like the button position.
I can't see it yet, so I don't know what one you're talking about.
It's for thumb firers, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's thumb firers, and it's not the sort of mod you can squonk and fire in one easy move.
Well, you could squonk with this finger and fire with this one.
Yeah, I just think you end up in a weird position where your face side.
That one. There we go.
Yeah, I don't like the button position.
Not left-hand friendly. That we can identify.
Yeah, I'd have put it on the same side as the tank, but I love.
It's different. It's different for that reason.
I like the almost inlaid bit on where the
bottle is.
I think it's fantastic.
It is. And a lovely
that button
bit
around the side, a bit different.
Yeah, the bottle must be in its own tube.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. He's just gone from strength to strength, hasn't he, over the years, Matt? It's been great to watch the journey all these years.
That polish is fantastic.
Yeah,
it's really
it's a lovely mod. No denying.
What him, Scott, and Mike are doing are just getting these things to such a mirror finish. I don't even know how they get it to that sort of shine. And there's coating. Some people put a coating on them to get a shine, don't they?
Scott did a tutorial on getting that finish.
Did he?
Yeah. So it is. He goes.
It's a lot of work,
he doesn't touch it with his like he doesn't touch it with bare skin for the last half a day.
Yeah.
without getting that shine. It's
It's
incredible.
just using it's rouge and a buffing wheel, I'd imagine, most of it, isn't it?
Yeah.
And
several different
going
cutting
down the
compounds,
grades.
and then just buffing
Yeah.
for hours on end.
This one's more of a home done affair. This is Steve Cuz.
As Richard would say, as Rick would say, it's honest. I like that.
Mm.
I
Yes.
wish my phone's too
It'll
slow,
catch
I
up. It'll
can't see
catch
it.
up in 2 seconds. Don't worry.
Oh, here we go.
There we
Oh
go.
no, I've got a 3D printed one.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
This
that's
is
the
from,
one.
This is from
Oh, right.
Steve Cuz Davison, who was in chat earlier. I don't know if
He's in chat.
still
He won't
in
have
chat.
tuned out. Steve was
Nice. That's 3 batteries on there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Triple battery.
Yeah.
Get your big cloudy.
We said
RTA
we'd
onto
put it
there.
on. We did it.
Yeah, it's great. It's
And,
good.
very, very nice indeed. Very nice indeed. Nice work that. Pleased with that.
See, this is what I was talking about, the button placement. With that, the way you hold
Oh
it,
no,
that
that last
button.
one was Gregor. This one's Steve. That last
Where
one was
are we?
Gregor. This one is Steve Cuz Davison.
Sorry.
Oh, okay. So the 3D printed was it. But anyway, the
No, but
buttons
this
in
one
the
is
right
3D
place.
printed as well, but this is a completely different design.
Right.
This
Right,
is
so we'll
this
put it
is almost a side by side effort.
Ah, yes.
Aha.
Almost
That makes more
a
sense.
3D printed helix almost.
I like it more.
Oh, this one is really cool. Really, really cool design.
How'd you get that finish on that on 3D printed?
Isn't it what the actual material used for the print? I think.
No, he's buffed that. There he is.
Can't see it.
Cuz has
Yeah.
just popped up in chat said it's not mine.
There we go.
They vapor blast the 3D printed material.
Cuz,
and then
how'd you get the finish
probably
on?
been coated.
Because they were those mods, weren't they? Brad, you used to do them. You had that. You had
Yeah.
that finished, didn't you?
It's the same material, it's just a different finish. That's either, like John says, that's either
Oh,
coated or it's been vapor blasted.
Right.
Isn't that just the normal finish that comes off of a laser?
Nah,
Off
No,
of a,
it's,
like a shapeways print? No?
it's slightly cleaner than that.
it is cleaner.
Oh,
I want to know how he does it.
good.
I think
Cuz
that could
Steve had
also
said,
be
said he's put this truck bed liner on the outside.
Ah,
That's how he's done that. That's fucking. I would never have said that.
yeah.
That's
That
sort of
was-
slightly
I like
rubbery.
the
That's
name.
almost like those Vapor Shark.
Yeah.
Remember
I
the
like that.
Shark mods years ago? That sort of had a slight rubbery texture to
Doesn't
it.
that? Oh, what's the thing that reminds me? I tell you what it reminds me of. Micro e-cig. You know when they did their side by side
Yeah.
It's
Zevo,
like-
Zevo stick thing.
Evo stick, but with all the rough edges knocked off it.
I love the dimensions of that mod.
And it's got that little Art Deco nod in the bottom right hand corner with the three stripes on the right hand side.
Hmm.
I like that. That little nod towards Art Deco. I like that.
Yeah, I think the dimensions of that are perfect. All these companies striving for their next regulated device. This is what no one's done on a mass scale yet.
What's the board, Steve? What's the board? Is it a DLA?
It's nice anyway. That.
Yeah, I do like that.
This is all the way back to Stuart Carligan's Vape Smarter. This is the 21700 tube. Obviously, he posted it on Instagram, which is where I grabbed it from, but he put it in Mod Showcase as well. This is actually a nicer picture, showing it off. Like Rick says, the brass is impressive.
It's ridiculous.
It's beautiful. I really like this mod.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool.
And he's done some proper lathe work getting that brass and that button.
And he said it was it turned out a lot harder than he thought, which is probably
Yeah.
often happens with the modding projects, I guess.
That piece of wood is gorgeous.
It is, isn't it? Yeah. So top work by him, and that's the last.
That's the kind of mod. That's what you want to bring out down the pub. That with the tank on top, not
Yeah.
that fucking
Yeah.
pod bullshit. You slam it down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. So, as always, loads more really good stuff on there. That was literally I literally just took the top 6 off that group. I love scrolling through that group. Mod Showcases on Facebook. It's where you'll find that. That's Rick's group.
Yeah. On Facebook.com, the blue square with the white F.
Demand that your favourite modder starts using Rick's fantastic new tubes. And what have I got news-wise from Just Had Nick? One thing, it's a really, really stupid thing, but we really struggled with COVID to get LDPE in because of the China shutdown, but everything's moving again properly, and so the LDPE So the bottles, is just that Nick bottles, because nobody else uses the bottles we use, are back. They're coming back. The big 120s, the squeezy ones, not the clear, slightly misted. Those ones, these ones.
Ones that don't split after.
Yeah, they cost us twice as much as
You're
Pet.
currently having to use these.
We're using
but
Pet.
These are back.
They're back. So they're coming back. They should be back with me on Wednesday, and we'll have them in for you DIYers who like the bottles. We'll be selling them as we used to. They'll be back for sale, along with the 60s that people like to buy as well. We don't make the kit in a 60, but we like to sell the 60 LDP bottles. They're fucking fantastic bottles. You will be the first to know this if you're watching the show, because I'm not going to post it anywhere because there'll be a riot. We're expecting crack imminently.
It's not actual real crack.
Nah, they missed the pickup today. DHL was shit and fucked the pickup up, but I would say it'd probably be Monday. We will have Monday, Tuesday. We will have lemon crack currant, and G&T. There is limited supply due to the fact that Mark is incredibly busy. So when it goes on, I may accidentally tell everybody in iOS first. That could happen. There could be a glitch in the matrix, and you might know first, and then everybody else will know. And then just go for it. There's plenty of lemon, but there's limited supplies of currant and a little bit of G&T, and it'll hit, and it's going to go. I'll give you, if you've got, I'll give you the warning that it will go on at 4 o'clock, and it will go on at 4 o'clock. And I reckon you've got the concentrates, not the kits. I reckon you've probably got 20 minutes. That's what I'll tell you. You got about 20 minutes. Pistache, nata, frambosa, all on the way from Canada. Toby in Canada. Please remember, from everybody, every vape supplier, everywhere at the moment, stuff is moving slower. Canada's still under a full lockdown. A lot of people forget that the Scottish lockdown is different to the British one. Mark White is a fucking hero. He had an entire invoice list stolen at the point of sending last week, and it's sorting it out, but took it on the chin like a champion. Didn't even just carried on.
What's even someone going to do with it?
They don't know what they're stealing when they steal it. Yeah. Nothing is what.
There's loads of stuff been going missing off of.
It's going to go in. It's going to go in the bin.
If I was them.
Yeah, they're cunts. It's just they're cunts. It's going in the bin. The police are dealing with it, but to have the attitude Mark's got sometimes. Hopefully, he won't watch this. He's a fucking.
He doesn't watch. He doesn't watch.
He just takes it on the chin. He's a good guy. That's it. That's what I've got for us. But yeah, the bottle's back.
Yep, crack. So
that's good news for me, actually, as well, John.
List it, John.
Yes.
Sorry. In a dream scenario, when we list it, Monday or Tuesday?
Yeah, Monday.
Cool.
Tuesday.
Okay.
But I think I'll probably tell you. Go and join the Facebook group. Quick, last thing.
I might get some because Sarah's still on this.
What's that?
It's that Dinner Lady lemon.
Oh God!
It's got to be better than that, isn't it? It's lemon.
If you're watching the show, and please go and join the Facebook group anyway, the new Ohm Show Facebook group. If you're watching the show and you want to be on a classified group to buy secondhand, brilliant stuff from brilliant people, we have a classified group you can join as well. But you must be a member of the first group.
You have to be on the new Ohm Show group to get on the new Ohm Show trade group. It's not complicated. How did you even find it?
No, it's fucking irritating. That's it.
Yeah. Okay, that's it. Sorry about technical issues. It only crashed twice. Not bad.
Not bad. I think you did really
well. I'm going to update OBS, which is the software we use for this, and Zoom later. So hopefully it'll be more stable next week. But you can't stop these mums and dads playing Family Fortunes on Zoom on a Thursday.
At least Janet won the bingo.
Yeah,
bless her.
She really will.
So yeah, thanks to Rick for coming on.
Thank you for having me, fellas.
As always, more than welcome. Thank you to everyone that's got a t-shirt. It's been really cool seeing all the t-shirts.
Love seeing them
on the thing. Don't be afraid to do a selfie though. We know what a t-shirt looks like laying on the floor. We want to see, really want to see those selfies,
Yeah,
and
we'll do.
they will be appearing at the bottom in the next couple of weeks. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. Smash that like button if you haven't already. If you have already, don't smash
the background's changing, isn't it? I moved to the studio.
John might be in the cabin next week.
Oh,
If
yeah.
that's not a hook, then what is?
Oh, that's interesting. I'll tune in just.
It's going
for
to be
that.
another contender for best shed in vaping
Shed
soon.
in vaping.
It's basically just a shed. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Smash that like button, and we'll see you next week, no doubt. Bye bye.